Witam wszystkich serdecznie z tej strony Big Lock, a to kolejny odcinek z Hogwartu. I lecimy po ostatni dowód. Aha, dobra. Ostatni dowód, potem idziemy do Poppy i chyba raczej wątek główny. Pociągniemy troszkę.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking.
Ale tu sobie też wejdę.
As you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Może znajdziemy coś ciekawego.
Revelio.
Dobra, i za domkiem jeszcze coś było. Jakaś skrzyneczka. Ta z okiem, dobra. W takim razie sobie zrobimy tak. Dobra, wracamy do Navi. I zobaczymy, co mamy dalej.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
I pewnie tam coś będzie nie tak.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Dobra. Gdzieś tutaj.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
No tak, przecież nie mogło wszystko pójść tak łatwo przecież.
Footprints led to this room.
Aha.
There must be another way forward.
Dobra, no. Okej.
Accio!
Mamy to. Dobra, i to też. I to się powinno otworzyć teraz, tak?
A hidden door.
Tak.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Spora lokacja.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Dobra, spróbujemy to tak rozegrać.
If people don't want me to steal their valuables, they better get a real bit of work. It's mine. Using that girl as bait, and what's coming for her.
Revelio.
Arlo says her friend has been reckless enough. He wants them alive.
A Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough
No
to come
dobra,
in here
tylko że oni mi
Just
się pewnie
keep
nie
an
rozdzielą,
eye
nie?
out.
Can never have too many sacks, my friend.
That's the troll you are.
Dobra.
Stand and fight me.
Imperial.
Pay for your deeds.
You're easier to spot than in a
Rookwoods don't go down.
You're going to regret that.
Descendo. Accio. Resto momentum. Bombarda. Flupendo. Glacius. Defendo. Descendo.
Had enough?
Quite conductive, aren't we? Cynthia!
Flupendo. Glacius. Defendo. Defendo.
What are your
Descendo.
thoughts on electricity? Expulsion! Expulsion!
Flupendo. Glacius. Defendo. Descendo.
Expulsion! Expulsion!
Co on potrafi tylko jeden czar? Czy jak?
Revelio.
Oj, ziomuś. Nauczyłby się czegoś innego przy okazji.
Otto
Okay.
Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Tu będzie coś fajnego może? Szalik. Dobra. A, czy tędy ja tu coś przejdę? Przejdę.
Bombarda! Accio.
Dobra. Przejdźmy tu. Coś
Revelio.
fajnego? Czy nie? No nic tu nie ma. A cóż.
He must be here somewhere.
Dobra, ale ja jeszcze nie byłem. Czy byłem? Tam byłem. Tu nie byłem. Dobra. Tyle, że tam też coś jest.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
Okej, mamy rękawiczki. Teraz możemy tutaj iść.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you.
Aloha
Speak
Mora.
to Mr.
Wow.
Raven.
końcu jakaś skrzynka na zameczek. Ciekawe, co będzie w środku. Czy się będzie opłacać, czy nie? No to jest pytanie. Różdżka. No cóż. Zaraz.
Revelio.
To mogę otworzyć? Nie. Tam coś ominąłem. To zbiorę. Najpierw sobie Nati uratujemy. Czy nie? Najpierw to muszę. Dobra.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Dajesz. Czy ten to wypuścił po prostu? Co za łeb.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Kolejna tura? Czy nie? No niekoniecznie. Dobra.
Revelio.
Halo. No coś ominąłem, ale już trudno.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for
Dobry pomysł. Szybko tu przyszła.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Yes, officer. Do you have enough evidence to take down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot?
Well, it's certainly a good start. We shall see. But you can leave this to me now. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
No i fajnie. Questik zrobiony. I teraz pójdziemy sobie do Poppy. Misje. Zakazany las. Dobra. Nie to. To.
Ashwinders have ceased pestering me. I suspect that's your doing. Thank you from me and Rosie both. We're just leaving for our honeymoon, after we tell Mr. Hill of our recent marriage. Wish me luck.
Spoko. Co tam, Poppy, wymyśliłaś w takim razie?
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
Aha. Co jest?
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah, I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Okej. Jeden normalny. Miło.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
He could have been a bit clearer, or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Gran says no one talks more in circles than a centaur. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Czyli to cały quest. Okej. Misja. Komnata, mapę, pogadamy sobie tam. Nie było czasem gdzieś... Właśnie. Jak tam przyjdę, pewnie dostanę słowę od tamtej, że znalazła jaskinię. Są 4 próby, 4 portale, 4 próby, dobra.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Dobra.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
O, to chyba teraz nie mam zbytnio co do roboty.
Handy resource indeed.
Tak mi się coś wydaje. O, jednak jest. Dobra. Fajnie. Niego Fig tam wezwie, my się szybko wpakujemy do gabinetu i będzie po sprawie. Od dyrektora jakoś wydaje mi się, że średni jest. Cóż, zobaczymy, jak się potoczy to i o to będzie chodzić w trzeciej próbie. Może tym razem odpuszczam sobie te wszystkie odbicia i zmieniania różnych rzeczy poprzez wspinaczkę. Fajnie by było. Bo nie powiem, trochę się też to nudne zaczyna robić. Jak jedno i to samo praktycznie na każdej próbie jest. No więc przydałoby się coś nowego. No ale cóż. Każda próba powinna wyglądać trochę inaczej od poprzedniej, nie powtarzając aż tak bardzo poprzednie rzeczy, które były na wcześniejszej próbie. Dobra, będziemy musieli na niego trochę poczekać.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rib and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository. like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well, you'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Ciekawe. Jedziemy dyrektorem. Okay.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
No to będzie ciekawe.
Professor, a moment of your time. Professor, I was hoping to catch
Boże,
you.
teraz wszyscy.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which...
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Na kogo jeszcze trafię? Z nauczycieli. I zrobiłem mu trochę przypału. Jak wróci. To będzie ciekawe. Fajnie była jakby jakaś cutscenka, która by pokazywała, jak on na to wszystko zareaguje.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror?
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
Póki co idzie wręcz idealnie, żeby go wywalić z pozycji dyrektora.
I mean, out of my way, children.
Ej, jak to?
I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
What's the rushing about?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all.
Professor?
Aha.
A word, please.
Co za...
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh. Very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some...
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone. Even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you can tell me.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Super.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Dobra, gdzie to jest? Halo? Gdzie ja mam iść? misję. Poczekajmy chwilę. Właśnie. Mamy. Super. Idziemy na kolejną próbę. Zobacz, jak wysoko ten gabinet. Więcej schodów. Jesus fucking Christ. Ile można?
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. Revelio.
Dobra.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Znaczy drugi raz mi się już tu nie uda wejść, więc fajnie byłoby to wszystko już
Aloha Mora.
ogarnąć. A co my tu mamy w takim razie na górze?
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Kolejny zameczek.
Revelio.
Gdzie tu coś jest? Na górze, na dole? Gdzie?
Revelio.
Tu chyba nic. Okej, mamy kolejne.
It's good to see
Nie
you.
chciałem
All thanks
wchodzić
to
w to.
Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal. Revelio.
Coś mi tu jeszcze dynga. Tu jeszcze jest coś.
Aloha Mora.
O,
Revelio.
no to ciekawe. Gdzie tu coś jest?
Revelio.
Nie widzę, kompletnie. Czy chodzi o ten nadal, to coś ze śpą. Nie wiem, nie mam pojęcia. Dobra, ale następną próbę zaczniemy sobie dopiero w następnym odcinku. Tak więc dzięki za oglądanie. I co? Tyle. I widzimy się na trzeciej próbie. Na razie, cześć.